Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new unboxing. Today we are going to be unboxing two pops from the movie Soul. You'll see they both are Joe Gardner. We have Joe Gardner as just a regular music teacher, and we have Joel Gardner in this Soul world. So dope. These are the only two pops I actually wanted from the movie Soul. I've kind of changed my mind. I might get a few other ones, but I'm not really sure. But I just wanted to get Joe. I really wanted to get my hands on him. I love the character of Joe. Even before the movie came out, I was like, I need to get my hands on this pop because he reminds me a little bit of my father. Let's take a look at the back of the box before we open Joe. On the back of the box, you can see there is Joe Gardner there. We have Mr. Mittens as well that was available. We have Joe Gardner in the spirit world, which is one we're going to open up as well. We have number 22. We also have another one of 22 grinning. We have Mr. Mittens in the soul world, and we also have Moonwind, very, very cool, in the soul world too. So some pretty cool pops. I want to say this before I get into it, is that Soul is one of the most unique Pixar films because if you notice, Soul does not have a defining theme song. I was thinking about that when I was watching this movie. I'm like, what is the theme song for this? And I realized the whole movie is about not letting something define you, and Soul doesn't have a theme song. There's nothing that really defines Soul. Even though he's a music teacher and the movie's all about music, it does not have, as far as I know, a defining song, and that's something that's really unique, and I think that was intentionally done. I'm pretty sure it was intentionally done. All right guys, let's get into this. Here we go. Joe Gardner from the movie Soul. All right guys, here he is out of his box. This is Mr. Joe Gardner, looking so fresh, from the movie Soul. Now you guys, I have to say, Soul was one of my favorite Pixar films I've seen in a long time. I just really connected to the character of Joe, and you know, a lot of people think that the movie is like, it's kind of a sad film, it's kind of somber, it's not as happy and happy-go-lucky as Pixar normally is, but I think that also plays into, you know, some of the experiences different people in different communities face. Not every community, not every situation is going to be as happy-go-lucky as others. You know, Joe is a character who I think represents a lot of us who feel like, you know, we're just trying so hard to get to that place in our lives, trying so hard to make our dreams come true, and trying to put our best foot forward at the same time still being knocked down in the process. I think he's a very realistic character, no matter what color or background that you have. I think a lot of people can relate to that, but I do think there are communities who definitely relate much closer to the experience of Joe Gardner, and I love that too. You know, when you even think about it, you know, Carl from Up, his experience was kind of a sad one too. So there are definitely somber Pixar tales that I think have a lot of lightheartedness in them, some of them masking over a lot of the sadness in the films, and I think this one does a great job of not trying to mask over it too much, but kind of facing these things, and also still providing you with a happy ending. And I really did appreciate that about Soul. Also, I love jazz music. I saw someone saying how much they related to Joe, to the point where he looked like Joe, and seeing himself represented like that was so cool on screen. And I agree. I think that's so awesome to be able to see yourself. I wish there were more characters that looked like different people, where I even could feel like I could see myself on screen. That's so cool. The same thing happened recently with the character of Maribel from the movie Encanto, which comes out in about 2 weeks. There was a girl that I met who was like, I love Maribel because I felt like I can see myself in her, and I was like, that's awesome to have that where you feel like you can see yourself in her, where she's a lot like you. And I loved that. I loved being able to hear that story, and there's just so many other people who feel the same way about other characters, so it's really nice to see that people feel like, I know so many people now who say, like, Luca reminds me of me when I was a kid, he looked just like me, and I've seen, they'll show me pictures of themselves as like a kid, and it's like, oh my god, you do look like him, the curly brown hair and all, like, so it's really cool when people get to see themselves in a movie or in something. I love that. I love that. And Joe is, you know, a lot of people feel like they can relate to the character of Joe, so I really do appreciate that about, you know, this character. Giving you a little more of a close-up on Joe. Look at those glasses. Look at those snazzy glasses. Look at that mustache. That mustache, man. I don't know about that mustache, Joe. You might want to cut that, sir, but I do like that part of his character as well, though. I like the eyebrows. I love that hat. I would wear a hat like this. I have hats like this, actually. Not this color. I'm not a gray person. I like black, white, brown, but gray is just not, I mean, I have gray items, but normally my gray clothes have like splashes of black or other colors on them too. I'm just not really that into gray. I don't know what that is. This black shirt here, I definitely have black shirts like this. Again, with the pants, I'm not really into gray. I would probably change the gray out for like a black, but still love that. Those brown shoes, y'all, I like those brown shoes. I really do like the color brown a lot. I love the brown shoes. Here he is again. This is him in his Soul version. Obviously something happens in the movie that makes this happen. But I have to say, I actually used both these pops last year in my Christmas video. You'll see them like going around. It's very brief, but the movie had just come out, I think, by that time, and I had already had these two pops. So I did put them in my Christmas video, my Disney Christmas fantasy video. So glad I did that. But I have not really messed with them since then, and now I'm unboxing them for you guys, and I just realized how much color this pop has in it. It reminds me of the LGBTQ plus pops that we came out with earlier this year. I don't know why I say we, or last year, the pops that came out last year, that kind of like translucent, like rainbow kind of thing. It's happening here with this pop too. If you can see, like it starts off with like the dark blue, kind of goes into like a greenish color. You've got like the purple, like the lavender colored, like eyebrows there, and then he's got like a much greener smile, and then you can see there's like some yellow over here on the side, like really nice. Just a lot of different colors on this pop. I love that the glasses are white this time, like a see-through translucent kind of color. I love that. So cool. Closer look at Joe before we spin him. That hat, I love the colors on this hat. I want a hat that has all these colors on it, like just like this. I want Joe's hat like this. It's a little more square too than the other. It kind of flattened out a little bit, but I love it. I love the colors of it. I love the green. It reminds me of like the earth, the globe, just like the different colors in it, the green and like the lighter blues going into the darker blue, like kind of purplish. I love all of that. Super cool. Very cool. All right, and here we have both of our Joes together. We have Living Joe and Soul Joe. So cool. I love these two pops. They look so different from each other, but like they still give you the same vibe, and I love that as well. This movie was just a great film. Like I said, I just loved everything about the conversation. I loved how I felt about this movie, how a lot of people feel about this movie, just that feeling seen. I love that. I can't stress that enough, how important inclusion and diversity is, or are to, you know, our movie-going media experience. I think it opens a lot of eyes. It opens your own eyes. It makes you feel seen. It makes a lot of people look and watch and just kind of, you know, be receptive. And I think that's super important, which is why I think inclusion and equality and things like that are so important to have and use as teaching tools, not so much trying to, like, you know, make you, you know, watch something or make you have to change yourself, but just teaching tools. I think teaching tools are so important. I love seeing the younger generation really learning and even teaching. It's so cute to see like younger kids like being so, I guess, grown up and teaching each other, themselves, and even adults how to treat people and how to, you know, embrace and accept other people, other walks of life, without having to be other things, but just accepting them. You know what I mean? I think that's what's beautiful, is that, you know, I think we're coming into an age where people are like, I don't have to be like you to love and accept you. I can just accept you for who you are and not have to change myself. The only thing about me that's changing is my knowledge of the world and how to treat others. That's literally the only thing that's changing about me. Everything else is just, you know, I still am who I am. I don't have to become something in order to accept it, understand it, or respect it. I can just respect it, because that's just something that we should all do. I love that. That really makes me happy, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. And I love to see the little ones being the ones to educate. All right, guys, here we have them both back to center. By the way, this whole time I've been saying Joe, and I keep thinking of Joe Exotic. I hate to do this, but I do. I can't help it. I'm like, I don't really normally, my best friend's name, her name is Josie, but I call her Joe. But I don't know why saying Joe so many times in this video made me think of Joe Exotic. I'm like, what is, like, stop it. Anyway, guys, these are the two pops. There is Joe Gardner as a soul and Joe Gardner as a man. Super duper dope. I love both these pops. They're so cute. Both these were about $12.99 when I first purchased them. I don't know how much they're going for now, because they're very hard to find. But you can catch both of them in the movie Soul, which is now streaming on Disney Plus, along with Luca, Black Panther, Shang-Chi, Cruella de Vil, so many other really great movies. I don't even know why I said Black Panther. I meant to say Shang-Chi, because I was like, okay, that's the newest Marvel film out. Oh, Black Widow as well. Maybe that's what I meant, is Black Widow. So a lot of other films you can watch on Disney Plus. Super duper dope. Guys, thank you so much for all of your likes, your follows, subscribes. Thank you for sharing. If you are not subscribed to the channel yet, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, ring that bell for notifications, and leave me a nice big like on this video if you guys like all the work I'm coming up with. I will see you guys soon. Peace out. Have a wonderful day.